Hello, my name's Lee Suss, and welcome to my new Let's Play, which is Star Trek Voyager Elite Force. Now, I'll be continuing with my Dead Island playthrough, but I thought I'd add this one to the list as well, and it should be a much shorter Let's Play than the other one. So, most of this episode will be an introduction, so feel free to skip forward to the episode 2 if you wish to see a bit more gameplay, but I thought it'd be nice to give it a little bit of an intro on the scenario and the game. It's based on the Star Trek Voyager TV series, now finished of course. You don't need to know anything about the Star Trek series, or Star Trek as a whole, or Star Trek Voyager to enjoy the game, but a little bit of background might be interesting to give you set the scene, if you like, and I'll run through that, and I shall also talk about the game itself in a minute. So, Star Trek Voyager. Well, the Voyager, the title, is the ship. It's a deep space ship designed for exploration. It's got more than 100 crew, and of which you are one. And right at the start of the TV series, the premise is that Voyager is accidentally bounced 70,000 light years away from home, where the known species and the Human Federation, well, not the Human Federation, but Starfleet and the human race lives, across to the other side of the galaxy. Now, ships in the Star Trek universe fly very quickly. They're multiples of light speed, but even at maximum speed, it would take them approximately 75 years to fly home. And, of course, you can't always fly at maximum speed, so the point is they've got a very, very long journey home, and they are completely separated from any help they might receive from the place where they come from, their home. This, I think, was a brilliant premise for a new series, pretty superior than any other ones in the Star Trek series. I mean, if you make a story, think about this. If you make a story in the Star Trek universe, or any well-structured universe as Doctor Who or Star Wars or anything else, then you've got to follow a series of rules. Things have already happened. Races have already been created. History has happened. You can't just create anything you want to. You've got to follow continuity, and you've got to follow the rules, essentially, about what has happened so far in the universe. I mean, God forbid you affect continuity. Fans hate that. But of course, if you were to happen to send your crew to a completely new area, well, you can do what you like over here. Create new races, sure. You can create a new race over here if you want to. It's never been seen over here, so you can do what you like. You can do all sorts of changes. So it was a great plot device for making quite a good series. Now, the main premise of the game itself is that, along with trying to get home, the crew of Voyager have got to adapt in many ways to their new situation. The fact that they're on their own, essentially. They can't even pop into a starbase to get repairs. They've got to do everything themselves. There's no way they can get messages back home or help from back home. They don't even know who's dangerous and who isn't around this area, who they can trust and who they can't. And as part of this, the idea of the game is that the usual security forces, the eponymous red shirts, the security detail that is always on any starship, needs to be beefed up a little bit into something a bit more capable of dealing with the situations they're in. And so they create the hazard teams, the Elite Force of the title of the game, of which you are a member. I won't talk about the equipment too much and what they've been set up with. Suffice it to say that you are playing as Alexander Monroe. You are second in command of the hazard team, which is split into two parts, Team A and Team B, and you are serving under Lieutenant Foster as the commander, and the overall team is under the control of Commander Tuvok, who's a lead character in the TV series as well, a Vulcan, and therefore a dour-faced, party-pooping sourpuss, like all Vulcans are. That is probably about all you need to know, I think, to get into the game. You're put into another scenarios and levels, which are quite interesting, I feel. I think they're all very well designed. The gameplay itself is not particularly complicated compared to modern first-person shooters, but it's I think the level designs make up for that, and the plot behind it. and it's best just to let it develop as it goes along. And I'll add bits and pieces as I go along. I'll talk about the, how health and weapons and everything else work, and bits of information as I go. But I will try to keep it to a minimum so you can enjoy the gameplay. That's about all I can add. I think for now I'll just cover a couple more bits probably that are relevant. As far as here's Alexander Monroe. You can actually play as a male or a female character in this game. Alexander or Alexandra Monroe. I mean, after all, Starfleet is a equal opportunities employer. Apart from anything else, the captain of the Voyager, Captain Janeway, is a woman. So, and many of the senior crew are as well. It doesn't make any difference whatsoever which gender you pick as far as the gameplay and the plot. And in much of my recent games, I've been playing as a lady. So I think this time I shall actually play as a gentleman. Alex Monroe's a little annoying. I'm not too fond of his super macho appearance, particularly his dreadful bum chin. But it's not his fault. He's a nice guy, as most people in the Star Trek universe are, at least on the Starfleet side. So I won't hold that against him. So I'll be playing as Alex Monroe. I won't cover the weapons or anything. I think these are a bit of a spoiler actually. You can actually flick through which weapons are available in here. So we've got the phaser and the phase rifle. But I was always a little annoyed that if you keep on going down, you discover the other weapons that are involved in the game, and I won't do that. That is about all I'm going to do, I think. Thank you very much for listening. I hope that's given you a bit of background on the game in general. And in the next episode, I shall get on with actually doing some play.
Ensign Monroe, the purpose of this training course is to familiarize you with the basic maneuvers and strategies you will need as a member of the Hazard Team. On away missions, you will be required to know instinctively exactly what to do in various situations. First, you should warm up. Walk or run around the room a few times. Practice maneuverability. Your hazard suit is designed for ease of movement, while affording you a significant amount of personal protection. These suits are armored and outfitted with a medical system powered by a small belt-mounted energy pack. This pack has a universal power collector, which can accept most types of power as energy. It was designed for maximum flexibility in the field. Now let's try some basic movement maneuvers. We will start with a simple ladder. First, approach the ladder. Then, look up the ladder while walking forward to climb. You now need to jump on, over, and around these obstacles to get out of the pit. Very good, Ensign. Approach the Jeffries tube maintenance shaft. Then crouch to crawl inside it. Now, crouch walk to the end of the shaft. You will encounter life-threatening environments and situations. On your tactical eye display, or TED, you will notice the orange bar and numbers in the lower left of your view. These monitor your suit's health energy. When you are injured, this energy is used by the anabolic protoplasmers and dermal regenerators strewn throughout the inside of your suit. When this energy runs out, you cannot be healed, and you will die. The small blue bar and the numbers under the health bar are your armor energy. The ablative armor patches will take the brunt of most damage inflicted upon you. However, once the armor is depleted, you will take more damage, and your health energy will drain very quickly. Your suit will protect you, but the energy for the health and armor systems will eventually drain and will need to be replenished. Jump across these rocks to get to the other side of the lava pit without losing too much health and armor power. In the cave is an alien power terminal that your suit can convert into health and armor energy. Your TED has been programmed to scan and identify usable power terminals in many alien configurations. Approach the terminal and use it to transfer energy into your suit. Your suit's medical system is recharging, while nanites are regenerating your armor. You will now have to use all of the skills you have just learned to get through this next area. Beware of enemies and dodge their fire. You are now equipped with a standard Federation phaser compression rifle. On the lower right of your view is the weapon energy indicator. All Federation weapons use an energy pack in your suit to supply ammunition to the weapons. All weapons have an alternate firing mode activated by the second trigger. Your rifle, for instance, has a sniper mode that is silent and much more powerful. It is most effective when used with your TED's enhanced zoom. Your TED has a built-in magnification feature. Use the zoom in command to get a closer look at an object or area. This can aid you in acquiring additional information or in more precisely targeting your weapons. Here you will use your weapon to shoot targets in the room. Nice shooting, Ensign. Weapon energy is a different type of energy than that of the health and armor energy. However, it too can be found in the terminals throughout alien vessels. Your TED is programmed to identify these as well. Approach the terminal and recharge your rifle's energy. This next exercise is a simulated firefight. Your primary objective is to eliminate all Hirogen enemies. You will need to use your rifle and recharge it utilizing energy terminals like the one you just used. When you receive a new mission objective, it will be uploaded to your TED and can be read with the info command. Note the tactical information. This data is designed to aid in your survival and assist you in achieving your objectives. Your simulated mission begins now. Ensign, you have just acquired an alien weapon. Note that your TED ammo display has changed color. This is because the weapon uses dilithium crystal shards as a power source. These power crystals are used by most alien races and can be found on alien vessels. Collect the crystals to power the weapons. Your TED has been programmed to recognize and measure this power source.
Over there!
Congratulations, Ensign. You have successfully completed the Hazard Team training course.